Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. A first down throw, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
56 right there, 56. You don't want to pick up the ball.
They run the counter. It's Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, it's Bell. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up those beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Switch. Check 9. Check. Lucky.
And again, it's Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And it's 6 points for the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Deuce.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Spins past him. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
From the 39, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they're able to get this one across the 30. 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Hill. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming. I'm coming. Echo. 61. Next box. Right.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch, switch. 66, pull it, half.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, it's Hill, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he finds his man Griffin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Mike 5. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Lady. Mike 55.
They'll go again with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Motion, motion, motion.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
I'm on.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it's brought in by Washington. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Jets on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The tackle there by Brian Poole. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven 1st. They They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have 1 right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Good one, boy. Let's go.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Darnold on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's Bell. Tavon Young in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on